If your cat walks up and presses its head against you, you've probably read it as a hug. It's not. What your cat is actually doing is something much stranger, much older, and honestly a lot more meaningful than affection. And once you understand it, you'll never look at that little headbutt the same way again. You know the moment. You're sitting on the couch, and your cat walks over, lifts its head, and presses the top of its skull against your hand, your leg, or your face. Sometimes it's a quick bump. Sometimes it's a long, slow lean, like they're trying to push their entire head through you. Cat owners call this a headbutt, but the scientific name is bunting, and almost every cat does it, to their favorite humans, to other cats they trust, and even to furniture and door frames they walk past every day. Most people assume this is just a cat version of a hug. It's partly true, but that explanation misses what's actually happening underneath the surface, which has more to do with biology than emotion. Reveal 1. Scent marking. Here's the part most owners don't know. Your cat's face is covered in scent glands you can't see or smell, clustered around the cheeks, the chin, the corners of the mouth, and especially the temples, the area right between the ears and the eyes. When your cat presses its head into you, it's releasing pheromones from those glands directly onto your skin or clothing. In other words, every headbutt is a deposit. Your cat is marking you the same way it marks the corner of a couch or the edge of a doorway, by leaving its scent there. But unlike scratching furniture, which is mostly about establishing territory, facial marking is reserved for things and creatures your cat already considers safe. Cats don't bunt strangers, threats, or unfamiliar objects. They bunt the parts of their world they've already decided belong to them. So when your cat headbutts you, it's not just showing affection in a human sense, it's literally folding you into its scent map. To your cat, you now smell like home, the same way the corner of the couch does. Reveal 2. Social bonding. This behavior doesn't start with humans. Watch any group of cats that get along, and you'll see them bunting each other constantly, rubbing heads, cheeks, and bodies together in passing. Researchers who study feline social behavior describe this as a bonding ritual that helps cats in the same household or colony build a shared group scent. When two cats share a scent, their brains read each other as safe, familiar, and part of the same social unit, rather than as competitors or threats. When your cat includes you in this ritual, it's treating you exactly the way it treats another cat it trusts. You've effectively been promoted from the tall creature who feeds me to a member of my group, which is a bigger compliment than it sounds like, because cats are far more selective about who they extend this behavior to than dogs are. That's also why headbutting often comes with other related behaviors in the same family: slow blinking, rubbing along your legs, or kneading your lap. They're all variations on the same theme, building and reinforcing a shared sense of belonging. Reveal 3. Trust and emotional state. There's a third layer to this that's easy to miss. The timing and intensity of bunting often shifts with how your cat is feeling. Many owners notice their cat headbutts more right before feeding time, after being away from home, or during moments that seem to bring the cat comfort, like settling in for the evening. This lines up with what behaviorists believe bunting partly serves: a self-soothing function as much as a social one. By reinforcing its own scent in a space, a cat may be reassuring itself that its environment is safe and familiar, almost like checking that everything still smells the way it's supposed to. So an unusually clingy or frequent round of headbutts isn't always just extra affectionate. It can also be your cat managing a small amount of stress or seeking reassurance, especially after a change in routine, a new visitor, or rearranged furniture. This doesn't mean every headbutt is a cry for help. Most of the time, it's simply a contented, trusting cat doing what contented, trusting cats do. But it's worth paying attention to changes in frequency, since cats often communicate emotional shifts through small behavioral patterns rather than obvious signals. Practical takeaway. So what should you actually do when your cat headbutts you? The short answer? Lean into it. Let your cat finish the motion rather than pulling away, and if you want to respond in a way your cat understands, you can gently press your forehead or cheek back toward them, or slowly blink at them afterward. Both are read by cats as the same "you're safe here" signal they're giving you. What you shouldn't do is assume a lack of headbutting means a lack of affection. Some cats are simply less physically demonstrative and show trust through different behaviors, sitting nearby, following you room to room, or just staying relaxed in your presence. Bunting is one dialect of cat affection, not the only one. The next time your cat presses its head against you, you'll know it's not a simple hug. It's your cat marking you as part of its world, treating you like one of its own, and quietly checking that everything around it still feels safe. That's a lot more going on behind a 2-second headbutt than most people ever realize. If you want to understand more of what your cat's small daily behaviors are actually telling you, subscribe. There's a lot more hiding in plain sight than most owners ever notice.